right. So, 2025 is getting closer and everyone's thinking about where to travel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can be overwhelming.
It can be.
Especially with, the internet and all these places. It seems like everyone's going to.
Yeah.
So you sent me this 10 best countries to travel in 2025 list.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be fun to kind of go through it.
I think it will be fun. It'll be interesting to kind of break it down a little bit more.
Yeah, give people something to actually think about and maybe spark some ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
For their own trips. So, all right, first up, Japan. Seems like it's always a good idea, right?
That's a good idea.
What is it about Japan in 2025 that is particularly interesting to you?
Well, they're expanding the bullet train, the Shinkansen, which is going to make travel even easier.
That was already pretty good.
Already really good. But it's going to give you more access to even more regions.
I see.
And that's exciting to me. I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, and then even, they have these amazing, very futuristic cities like Tokyo, but then you go somewhere like Kyoto and it's incredibly traditional.
Yes.
So you get that kind of contrast, that blend of old and new.
Yes, tradition and innovation.
Which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you could only pick one food experience in Japan, what would it be?
I would pick a kaiseki dinner.
What is that?
So it's a multi-course meal.
Okay.
That it's an experience. It's more than just the food. The food is incredibly refined. It's seasonal. It's beautiful.
Right.
The presentation is impeccable.
I see.
Ceramics are gorgeous.
Yeah.
The atmosphere it's like a celebration
right.
of Japanese culinary artistry.
Kaiseki. Okay. Written down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. From Japan. Let's go to Italy.
Okay.
Another classic. Another place that, it's hard to go wrong, I think.
Hard to go wrong.
But what is it that makes Italy so special in 2025?
Well, you're right. It's always a good idea. But in 2025, they're really focused on sustainable tourism.
Especially in places like the Amalfi Coast, which has really struggled with over-tourism.
Right, right.
So they're encouraging people to travel in the shoulder seasons, visit less-known villages, really try to connect with the local culture.
Right.
Not just, check the box and take a photo.
Yeah, get a deeper experience.
Exactly.
Awesome. And of course, we have to talk about the food.
Yes.
What is a region or a specific dish that people maybe should seek out that they might not immediately know about?
I think most people, when they think of Italy, they think of Tuscany.
Yeah, right.
Or Rome.
Yeah.
And you should go there, but you should also go to Puglia. It's in southern Italy.
Okay.
And they have beautiful beaches, charming towns, and amazing food.
Okay.
It's known for, there's a pasta shape there,
Orecchiette.
which is really unique to the region.
Mm-hmm.
They serve it with often seafood or seasonal vegetables. It's delicious.
All right, Puglia, I'm taking notes here. So from sunny Italy, we are going to go to a place that's a little colder. Iceland.
Ooh, Iceland.
Yeah, what about Iceland is calling to you for 2025?
So, the Blue Lagoon is, iconic.
Yeah.
But it can get really crowded. So I would say for a more unique thermal experience, go to the Sky Lagoon.
Okay.
Which is actually, it just opened.
Oh, I see.
And it's got these panoramic ocean views. They've got a 7-step ritual there. They've got a swim-up bar that's carved into lava rocks.
Oh, wow.
It's supposed to be amazing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then Iceland, of course, very committed to ecotourism.
Yes.
What are they doing in 2025?
They're taking that to the next level in 2025.
Uh-huh.
They're really focusing on regenerative travel.
Okay.
Which is the idea of leaving a place better than you found it.
I see.
So they're doing a lot of tours that involve, planting trees or cleaning up trails, things like that.
So you can feel good about going there knowing you're giving back a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. From Iceland, let's go somewhere a little warmer, a little more tropical. Thailand.
I like it.
Yeah, another, very popular destination. But what about Thailand's is interesting to you in 2025?
Well, in 2025, they're really focusing on community-based tourism.
Okay.
Especially in more rural areas.
I see.
Which is really cool. It gives travelers an opportunity to actually connect with local communities, learn about the culture and traditions, and support small businesses.
Right, so it's more than just temples and beaches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's getting under the surface a little bit.
Yeah, cool. Of course, you got to talk about Thai food when you're talking about Thailand.
Of course.
I know you have a suggestion that's a little different than the usual.
I do. So everyone loves pad thai.
Yeah.
And pad thai is delicious.
It is.
But I would say try khao soi.
Khao soi.
Khao soi. It's a northern Thai specialty.
Okay.
It's got a creamy coconut curry broth, egg noodles, usually meat or tofu, and they top it with crispy noodles and pickled mustard greens.
Sounds delicious.
Explosion of flavor and texture.
I'm adding that to the list. All right, from Thailand, let's go down under Australia.
Okay.
Massive country. Continent, really.
Continent, yeah.
Where should someone even start if they're going there in 2025?
Okay, so they have a really interesting new initiative launching in 2025.
Okay.
It's called Walking with Wisdom.
Okay.
And it's an indigenous tourism initiative.
I see.
And it's focused on experiences that are led by Aboriginal guides.
Okay.
Who share their, deep knowledge of the land and the culture.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. One of the oldest cultures on Earth.
Yes.
And, you can actually learn from them firsthand.
Yes.
Wow.
It's going to be amazing.
That's really cool. I think when people think of Australia, they think of the Outback, they think of Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
But there's obviously so much more.
So much more.
What about the wildlife? If you could pick one animal experience in Australia, what would it be?
Swimming with whale sharks at Ningaloo Reef.
Oh, wow.
It's one of the only places in the world where you can, reliably swim with whale sharks.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, that's definitely on the bucket list now. Okay, so from Australia, let's go to Greece.
Greece.
Yeah, birthplace of democracy, philosophy of the Olympics.
Yes.
What's going on in Greece in 2025? It's exciting.
Okay, so they have this amazing underwater museum.
Oh, wow.
That's opening off the coast of Naxos.
Yeah, okay.
Which is going to showcase a 5th century BC shipwreck.
Wow, that's incredible. So it's like a history lesson, but underwater.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be the first underwater museum in the Aegean Sea.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Now, Greece is a big country. There's a lot of islands. What's a spot that maybe people should check out that's not as well known?
Okay, so most people go to, Santorini, Mykonos, they go to Athens.
Right.
But I would suggest exploring the Peloponnese. Peloponnese, yeah. It's a region.
Okay.
And it's got ancient ruins like Olympia.
Wow.
Mycenae. It's got beautiful beaches, charming towns.
Nice.
Incredible wineries.
That sounds like a really good mix of history and just natural beauty.
Yeah.
All right, Peloponnese, noted. So from the sunny shores of Greece, let's go up to Canada.
Okay.
A place known for its vast wilderness and just stunning nature. What's happening in Canada in 2025?
So Canada's been a leader in ecotourism for a long time.
Yeah.
But they're really taking it up a notch in 2025.
Okay.
And they're focusing on slow travel.
Okay.
So the idea of spending more time in fewer places.
I see.
Really immersing yourself in nature, connecting with the communities.
Right, yeah. Not just rushing through things.
Exactly.
Yeah, taking your time.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so we've got Banff National Park, Niagara Falls, very iconic places in Canada. What's a hidden gem?
Okay, most people, they go to Banff.
Yeah.
But I would say check out Gros Morne National Park.
Gros Morne.
Gros Morne.
Okay.
It's in Newfoundland.
Oh, okay.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Oh, wow.
It's got these incredible, fjords and towering cliffs, really unique geological formations.
Huh.
You can actually take a boat tour and see whales and icebergs.
Wow. All right, Gros Morne, it's on the list now. So from Canada, let's go to a place that's been quietly gaining popularity. Portugal.
Portugal.
Yeah. What's attracting people to Portugal, especially in 2025?
Okay, so in 2025, they are really focusing on digital nomad visas and infrastructure.
Okay.
So they're creating a lot of co-working spaces. They're offering incentives for remote workers to relocate.
So you can basically work from Portugal.
Exactly.
And enjoy the beaches and the food.
And the food.
Very cool. And, we got to talk about food, of course.
Of course.
What is a culinary experience that is maybe a little different than the usual?
So, pastel de nata.
Yeah, those are delicious.
They are delicious, but I would say do a petiscos crawl.
Petiscos?
Petiscos. They're kind of like tapas.
Oh, okay.
Small dishes.
Right.
And you can find them everywhere, in these tiny, little taverns to, trendy rooftop bars.
So you get, a variety?
Yeah, you get a variety.
Oh, that's really cool. All right, petiscos crawl. Noted. So our last stop on this first leg of our deep dive is South Korea.
South Korea.
And, it's a place that really blends tradition and technology. What's making South Korea a hot destination in 2025?
Well, they're really pushing their wellness tourism offerings.
Okay.
So, they have things like temple stays,
Right.
traditional Korean medicine treatments, mindfulness retreats.
Interesting.
And it's all set within, beautiful natural landscape.
So you can kind of like unplug and recharge?
Exactly.
Put it in a different way than you would on a beach.
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. So beyond Seoul and the K-pop concerts and all that, what's a hidden gem?
Most people stick to the cities.
Yeah.
I would say go to Seychelles National Park. Seychelles. It's a breathtaking mountain range.
Okay.
There's stunning peaks, waterfalls, temples, hiking trails for all levels.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
All right. Seychelles National Park, it's on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So we covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive.
We did.
From the futuristic streets of Tokyo to the, serene temples of South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah. Welcome back.
We are back for part 2.
Part 2.
Of our deep dive into this 10 best countries to travel to.
Yes.
I'm really intrigued by this idea of slow travel that you mentioned earlier with Canada.
Yeah.
It seems like people are just really looking for something different.
They are.
Than just rushing from place to place.
Exactly. They're tired of the checklist.
Yeah.
And they crave more immersive experiences, more meaningful experiences,
Right.
and they're slowing down. Yeah.
They're spending more time in fewer places and really soaking it all in.
And, I think that leads us perfectly to our next destination, Portugal.
Yes.
Because, it just seems like such a country that is all about taking your time and enjoying the simple pleasures in life.
It is. They even have a word for it, despacito.
I love that.
Which means slowly, but it also it encompasses this whole idea of savoring life.
Right.
Enjoying the moment, appreciating those simple pleasures.
And I think that that's really reflected in their culture too.
It is.
With their food.
Yeah.
The petiscos we talked about, just this little bites meant for sharing and lingering over.
Exactly. It's not just about the food. It's about the social connection.
Yeah. Slowing down, having a conversation, enjoying each other's company.
And they're really, in 2025, they're doing a lot of walking trails.
Oh, cool.
So they're encouraging visitors to explore the countryside at their own pace.
Stopping in small villages, trying the local food, taking in the scenery.
Getting off the beaten path a little bit.
Yeah.
That's great. So, beyond Lisbon, we talked about the digital nomads.
Yeah.
Is there a region in Portugal that you think is particularly special?
I would say the Douro Valley.
Okay.
Which is, it's north of Lisbon.
Okay.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Oh, wow.
It's known for its terraced vineyards.
Okay.
You can take a boat trip down the Douro River.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, visit the wineries and, of course, indulge in some port wine.
Port wine, of course.
Oh, of course.
All right, Douro Valley, it's on the list. Okay, from Portugal, let's go to South Korea.
South Korea.
We talked about the K-pop, the technology, but let's dive into this wellness scene a little bit.
Yeah, the wellness scene is really interesting. You know, it's booming in South Korea.
Okay.
And these temple stays, I think, are a really cool aspect of that.
Yeah. What exactly is a temple stay?
So it's a chance to basically escape from the busy city life.
Right.
Immerse yourself in Buddhist culture and practice mindfulness.
Okay.
You stay overnight in a temple.
Uh-huh.
You participate in the daily ritual, so meditation, chanting. You learn about Buddhist teachings. You might help with tasks like cleaning and cooking.
So it's like a total immersion.
It is a total immersion. You're disconnecting from the digital world.
Wow.
Reconnecting with yourself.
Kind of like a digital detox, but on a spiritual level.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. That's really cool. So beyond, Seoul, Busan, those very well-known cities, what is a region or a city that maybe people should check out?
I would say Gyeongju.
Gyeongju.
It's the ancient capital of the Silla Kingdom.
Oh, wow.
And it's just packed with UNESCO World Heritage sites, temples, tombs, palaces.
Wow. So it's super historic.
Super historic.
Really cool.
Yeah.
All right, Gyeongju. Okay, from South Korea, let's go back to Canada. Yeah, we talked about slow travel. We talked about Gros Morne National Park.
Yeah.
But what about the Canadian Rockies? What makes them so special in 2025?
Well, they're always special. But in 2025, they're really focusing on what they're calling dark sky tourism.
Okay.
So they're designating certain areas with minimal light pollution.
I see.
So you can go stargazing.
Oh, wow.
And see the Milky Way in all its glory.
Oh my gosh, that'd be incredible. I've always wanted to see the Milky Way, like for real.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, so Canada is very much known for its outdoor adventures, but what about for someone who's maybe more of a city person?
I would say Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah. It's got this really cool blend of French and North American culture.
Right.
Cobblestone streets, historic architecture,
Right.
amazing food scene, buzzing nightlife.
I've heard the food in Montreal is fantastic.
It is.
So you can kind of get like a European vibe, but,
Yes.
in North America.
Oh, exactly.
Very cool. All right, from Montreal, let's go to Egypt, the land of pharaohs and pyramids.
The pyramids.
Yeah, what's happening in Egypt in 2025?
Okay, so the Grand Egyptian Museum is finally opening in 2025.
Okay.
It's right near the Giza pyramids.
So it's like the ultimate museum.
It is. It's going to house the world's largest collection of ancient Egyptian artifacts.
Wow.
A lot of them have never been displayed before.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like a time capsule
Yeah, it is.
of ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So beyond, the pyramids and Luxor and like the typical things you think of when you think of Egypt, what's something a little more off the beaten path?
I would say Aswan.
That's one.
Yeah, it's a city in southern Egypt.
Okay.
On the Nile River.
Right.
It's got this really laid-back atmosphere, beautiful sunsets over the Nile.
Nice.
And you can visit Philae Temple, which was actually relocated to an island
Oh, wow.
after the Aswan High Dam was built.
Wow, that's interesting. Aswan, okay, written down. Now let's go to a country that I think is often overlooked.
Okay.
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
What makes Bulgaria a hidden gem?
Well, first of all, it's really affordable.
Okay, that's good.
It's got beautiful beaches along the Black Sea coast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they have these stunning mountain ranges that are great for hiking and skiing.
I've actually heard that their ski resorts are like becoming really, really good
They are.
and much cheaper than like, the Alps or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
Very cool. What about like the culture of Bulgaria? What's something unique that travelers should know about?
Okay, so they have these, it's called a kukri ritual. Kukri. And it's basically meant to ward off evil spirits and welcome spring.
Oh.
And it involves these really elaborate costumes with bells and masks.
Huh. That's interesting. It's like something you wouldn't really see anywhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, from the traditions of Bulgaria, let's go to a country that is just brimming with energy, Colombia. Yeah, what's drawing people to Colombia in 2025?
So they're really embracing what they call experiential travel. So it's not just about seeing the sights, it's about like really immersing yourself in the culture.
Getting your hands dirty.
Yes, exactly. So, they're offering tours focused on coffee production, chocolate making, salsa dancing, street art workshops.
Wow, so you can like learn a new skill
Yes.
while you're traveling.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So, we talked about Medellin, which has this great art scene, but is there another city or region that maybe people should check out?
I would say the Tatacoa Desert.
The Tatacoa Desert.
The Tatacoa Desert. So it's not actually a desert.
Okay.
It's a dry tropical forest.
Oh, interesting.
But it's got these incredible rock formation,
Okay.
canyons, and it's just got this really surreal, otherworldly landscape.
Wow, it sounds like something out of like a sci-fi movie or something.
Yeah, it does.
Wow, okay, Tatacoa Desert. All right, our final stop on this part of our journey
Yes.
is Uzbekistan,
Uzbekistan.
heart of the Silk Road.
Yes.
What makes Uzbekistan so special for travelers in 2025?
So they're finally getting the recognition that they deserve.
Okay.
The Silk Road cities are being meticulously restored.
Right.
They're investing heavily in tourism infrastructure.
I mean, those mosques and madrasas
Incredible.
must be incredible
They are.
to see in person.
Yeah.
So beyond the historical sites, like what else is there to do in Uzbekistan?
So you can explore the Kizilkum Desert,
Okay.
which is vast. You can go hiking in the Nuratau Mountains.
Right.
And, you can visit the Aral Sea, which is, kind of a stark reminder of the impact of humans on the environment.
Right.
But it's a really fascinating place to see.
Wow, so Uzbekistan is like history and nature all kind of wrapped into one.
Yes, definitely.
Very cool. I'm getting serious wanderlust now after talking about all these places.
I know, me too.
We've covered so much in this second part of our deep dive.
We have.
From, the temple stays of South Korea to the otherworldly landscapes of the Tatacoa Desert. Welcome back. last part of our deep dive.
I know, it's gone by fast.
It has. It's crazy. We've covered a lot of ground, but
we have.
There are always more places to discover.
Always.
So I'm excited to see what you've got for us for this final part.
Okay, so we're going to kick things off with a country that's been kind of quietly gaining popularity among adventurous travelers.
Okay, lay it on me.
Kyrgyzstan.
Okay. I don't know much about it, if I'm honest.
So it's nestled in the heart of Central Asia.
Okay.
And it's a land of breathtaking beauty. It's often referred to as the Switzerland of Central Asia.
Wow, that's a big claim.
Big claim, but it lives up to it.
All right, so paint me a picture. What am I going to see in Kyrgyzstan?
Soaring, snow-capped mountains, crystal clear lakes, vast open steppes.
It sounds like an outdoor lover's paradise.
It is, yeah.
That's awesome.
And in 2025, they're really promoting community-based tourism initiatives, especially in rural areas. So this means you can trek through the mountains with local guides, stay in yurts, experience Kyrgyz hospitality firsthand.
So it's really about supporting the local community.
Exactly.
Connecting with them, learning about their culture.
Mm-hmm. You can learn about nomadic traditions, witness eagle hunting demonstrations.
Eagle hunting?
Eagle hunting.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you can even try making traditional bread.
Wow, that sounds like an incredible experience. All right, Kyrgyzstan, I'm putting it on the list.
Okay, good. So let's go to a place that's a little closer to home for many of our listeners.
Okay, where are we going?
Maine.
Maine. Okay, I know Maine. Lobsters, right?
Lobsters, yes, and the rugged coastline.
Yeah, but what makes it so special for 2025?
So they're celebrating their bicentennial in 2025.
Bicentennial?
200 years of statehood.
Oh, wow. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. So they're having a year-long series of events.
Okay.
Historical reenactments, art exhibitions, culinary celebrations.
It sounds like a party.
It's a party, yeah. So it's a great time to go and experience Maine's culture.
Okay, cool. And obviously, beyond the parties and the bicentennial, Maine has a lot to offer anyway, right?
It does. I mean, the coastline is spectacular.
Right.
You've got dramatic cliffs, sandy beaches, charming fishing villages.
Yeah, it really does feel like you can just escape and unwind.
Exactly. You can hike along the coast, go kayaking, go on a boat trip, maybe see some whales.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, and we've established I have to try the lobster, but is there anything else I should be on the lookout for?
Wild blueberries.
Oh, I do love blueberries.
They're smaller than the cultivated ones.
Okay.
But they're more intensely flavored.
I can imagine. So pies, jams, all that.
All of that, yep. And you can even visit blueberry farms.
Oh, fun. Pick your own.
Pick your own, exactly.
All right, Maine is definitely going on the list. Okay, so last but not least, we've got to end with somewhere exotic.
Okay, so we are going to the Indian Ocean.
Okay.
The Seychelles.
The Seychelles, okay, I've seen pictures. I mean, it's paradise.
It is paradise. White sand, turquoise water, those granite boulders.
It almost doesn't look real.
Yeah.
But what's happening in 2025 that makes it even more special?
Okay, so Seychelles has always been a leader in sustainable tourism.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2025, they're taking it to the next level.
Okay.
They're really focusing on something called blue carbon sequestration.
Blue carbon? I've never heard of that.
So blue carbon refers to the carbon that's stored in coastal and marine ecosystems.
Okay.
Like mangroves, seagrass beds, things like that.
I see.
So they're developing tours and activities where visitors can actually participate in conservation efforts.
Oh, wow.
Like planting mangroves, helping monitor coral reefs.
So you can actually help
Yes.
while you're there.
Make a difference.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So beyond those incredible beaches, what else does Seychelles have to offer?
So it's an archipelago of 115 islands.
Wow, that's a lot of islands.
So there's tons to explore. You can island hop, you can go to nature reserves, you can go diving, snorkeling, some of the most pristine waters in the world.
It sounds like a nature lover's dream come true.
No, it is. And the Creole cuisine is amazing.
Well, yeah, what's Creole cuisine like?
So it's a blend of African, French, and Indian flavors.
Oh, wow. That sounds incredible.
It is.
Okay, Seychelles, I'm adding it to the list.
Good.
All right, so that was it. That was our final deep dive.
I know. I can't believe it.
We went from the mountains of Kyrgyzstan to the beaches of the Seychelles and everything in between. I feel like We've given people a lot to think about,
I hope so.
a lot of inspiration for their 2025 travels.
And beyond.
And beyond, exactly. There's a whole world out there to discover.
There is.
And whether you're looking for adventure, relaxation, or a little bit of both, there's something out there for everyone.
Absolutely.
So get out there, explore.
Explore.
Happy travels.
Happy travels.